Welcome to Connections at the Green at the Zurich Classic in New Orleans. I'm Alex Wells. I'm the head of middle market for Zurich in North America. And I'm here with an old friend, Rob Stein, who's the strategy head for middle market at Aon and also the new branded NFP, right? So here to have a little conversation about middle market and where we are and what we're doing. Right? Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm not so sure I'd call us old friends. I would say mature friends.
We've known each other for a long time, grown up in the business together.
Yeah,
so
we've enjoyed a lot of great golf together, so this is a perfect setting.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, Aon, as you know, is a huge sponsor of the PGA and LPGA Tour. So for us to be out here on a day like today and supporting the community, this is kind of the perfect way to do our jobs, right?
Yeah, it's our job is good.
Yeah, that it is. And this is my favorite format, the team format.
Oh, it's great.
Because to me, this is sort of how we work together, right? You have to have a plan what your partner's going to do and work in unison to serve clients or to do whatever we do.
Well, welcome and we'll have a little chat.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, one of the things that you and I have talked about a lot during our careers is the middle market. And we, interestingly, both of our organizations have done middle market for a long time, but about 5 years ago, really put a strategic focus on it. And you and I both had the opportunity to lead teams into this space. And I'm just curious about sort of Aon and NFP's perspective on the middle market and why it was a strategic focus for you.
It was an underserved portion of our portfolio in terms of our broking strategy. So that was the change we made 5 years ago. We've always had these clients, they're incredibly important to us. But we realized that in order to face off with teams like yours, we really needed to get dedicated broking assets that were going to concentrate on the property and casualty to serve those clients in that space. So, we define middle market a couple different ways. For Aon, it's probably, call it 100 million to $1 billion of corporate sales. NFP is slightly below that in terms of what they do in middle market. But we really like the buying style too, like how these buyers buy, what these buyers buy, and it allows us to face off against them. And again, the key for us was to create better partnerships with the marketplace, such as Zurich.
Yep. And that's very similar to the strategic vision that we had at Zurich. And as we thought about our business, and there was an underserved part of our book of business, and we really understood that you had to have dedicated expertise in the middle market space. And then within the middle market space, thinking about the industries that our mutual clients are involved with, they need to know that we understand their business or where we are where they are in that knowledge. And then geographically, we've expanded a lot as well because we know that we need to have our underwriters knowledgeable and in the communities that our middle market clients are serving. So, interesting time right now in the world,
absolutely,
and the economy. I have a lot of people ask me, well, what does it mean for your business? How do your clients think about the economy right now and what's going on? I'm curious, from your perspective as broker, what are you hearing from your customers?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you key in on that middle market segment, right, it's such a huge driver of the economy, particularly in the U.S. And we at Aon are looking at 4 what we'll call mega trends, right? So trade, technology, workforce, and weather. Those are really the 4 places that we see, an opportunity for us to be completely innovative and treat our clients differently and come up with new ideas. And the middle market's not immune to any of those 4, obviously. So through analytics, through partnerships, through other endeavors that we've got, we're coming up with products all the time to face off against those 4 and other mega trends, again, in the middle market space as much as the large market or small commercial space.
Yeah. I mean, we see it very similarly. There's a lot of economic trends that we're trying to make sure that we're relevant to our clients in. It is interesting though, because we are so international, and what's going on in the economy right now really impacts sort of where we are and what we're doing for our middle market clients. We've been in the States for over 100 years, a big global company, over 200 locations around the globe. And as we think about sort of that direction and the years in the industry that we're providing that service to, we think that uncertainty that they're seeing in the economy is something that we can help them manage into.
Yeah, and we obviously, when you look at Aon's footprint and our network and what we can bring internationally, we think that's a huge differentiator for us corporately. And now bringing that skill set to the Aon colleagues as well as the NFP colleagues and clients and prospects, and again, partnering with companies such as Zurich, that's a huge differentiator.
Yeah, I think that's why we align so
Yeah.
well, and I think we've had such success mutually
Yep.
over the last several years.
And that middle market segment is getting more international by the day.
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
know, when we think about our book of business, far more than half of our accounts that we work with have some international exposure that they're trying to deal with. So it's fantastic. So you know, one of the other things that you and I have talked a lot about is talent.
Absolutely.
Is people in the marketplace and how we're going to grow and be able to develop that. Interested in kind of your perspective on what you're doing around talent.
Yeah, I mean, so one thing we're doing as is Zurich is we've sort of opened our eyes to the broader possible workforce, and we have the apprentice program, as you guys do, which really allows us to take advantage of talented people that might not have 4-year degrees. And that's been a huge success for both our organizations. You know, we continue to look around the marketplace, and we like specialization around industry, which again is something that we learned from you and others. And we just see it as an opportunity to grow our teams, both at Aon and NFP, concentrating on this space. But I'm glad you brought it up because you guys have been making great headlines in terms of your talent agenda, and I'm just curious how that's going at Zurich Middle Market.
Yeah, it's our main focus for 2025. We had Investor Day the end of last year, and we announced that we would be hiring 100 new underwriters in the next 3-year strategic cycle.
Unbelievable.
Very much front loaded into 2025, and we're well on plan to do that. Like you, we are in the marketplace, and I think we're a very attractive place for talent, for experienced talent to come. But we've invested heavily in that apprentice program as well as our underwriting trainees, and we've doubled those each year for the last 2 years. And we feel like we're building the future of the industry. I think historically carriers have kind of done that, and part of our role is to bring young talent into the industry and help them understand that it's a great industry to be part of, and we take that responsibility very seriously. So we're excited to over the next 3-year cycle to bring in new talent, but also be someplace that the best talent wants to work.
And we would concur, right? That technical expertise is really the hallmark of what our talent brings to the game. So we feel the same way, like you say, on the underwriting side, but broking side, the job in our shared tenure has become so much more about data and analytics and how to apply those to the betterment of your clients.
That's right. So, well, one of the great things that we get to do, because we've been in the role for so long, is enjoy this type of event. So let's go out and enjoy some golf.
Love to. It's a great day here.